Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another channel update, and it's gonna be another different one. The city you're seeing in my backdrop here is Visby, on the island of Gotland, in Sweden. And this isn't exactly my regular outfit. Longtime fans of the channel might remember several previous channel updates where I mentioned going away to this place for an event called the Medieval Week. Well, that tradition happened this year as well. I had intended to make a channel update just like the other years in advance, and we'll get to the story of how that failed in a bit. But anyways, here we are, and it's pretty cool that you get to see how it looks for real, and see me in actual costume as well. So basically what this is a full week of medieval themed activities, and there's lots of visitors from near and far, and lots of us bring outfits and dress up in actual medieval or Viking outfits for the occasion. I've done it several years in a row and it's an absolute blast every time. Anyway, in the previous channel update I was way up north, and in this one I'm here. And next time, actually next month, I'm gonna be away from home as well, so there's tons of stuff going on right now. And in the middle of this I bought a new house together with my girlfriend Srennen, and we've been cleaning up my old place and getting it ready to be sold. And that meant, among other things, to record a whole bunch of gameplay for coming videos and packing up the studio. So I no longer have a studio. All my video content from now on will be pre-recorded stuff and whatever I record in temporary studio location. So, like, some people already commented that my latest Minecraft news video was a little bit echoey. That's because it was recorded in a temporary studio, which was actually like my laundry room. So my recording conditions are not quite ideal at the moment. Anyway, in the process of getting the house ready, we also hired a cleaning service to help get the place like clean, shiny for the photos and the showing. Which turned out absolutely great. I'm super happy with the result, but while they were in the house, they had vacuum cleaners and all stuff going on, and one of our cats got so stressed out from the vacuum cleaner that he tore up a rift in our screen door and escaped outside. And we couldn't find him. So I'm already kind of stressed out about getting a backlog of videos, like recorded and edited. Now I have to find a missing cat. So we went out, we put up posters around the area, we did long walks around the area in the night to see if we could spot him, and no luck. So the next night we scanned like under the balconies with my brother and some friends, and we found absolutely nothing. There's like balconies that are really covered, good hiding spots, but nothing. So I ended up sleeping on the balcony, and I hoped that he would like find that safe enough to come back, and no luck. And in the middle of this, we'll take in the photos for putting the house up for sale, so it's pretty stressful. We were just a few days from leaving, and still no cat. One more night, searching and sleeping on the balcony. At this point I'm pretty rough from not sleeping enough, I'm pretty worried from all of it. 2 nights left until we leave, no sign of the cat. And we're still working our asses off, like fixing everything for leaving and fixing the house and everything. So the next night I go I have to edit some stuff now, I can't just leave it anymore. So I sat on the balcony and I edited video, and Srennen went and sat outside, like a bit away on the street below. And finally she gets a sight of the cat. So she goes a little bit closer, calls for him. It's in the middle of the night at this point, but he comes up to her, so that's great. And after like some cuddles and stuff, she picks him up to go back home. And he's a little bit stressed, but it's kind of fine. And just at that moment, a goddamn motorbike decides to drive past. So like, keep in mind, this is like 2 AM. It's just the worst of luck. And anyway, the cat just panics and like bites her in the finger. Like seriously, bite. Hard bite. And of course she lets go and he escapes again. And now he's even more stressed out and afraid. So basically we spend the next 3 or 4 hours tracking him. I go get my headlamp, light up under the balcony where he's hiding. She calls for him, sits reasonably close, we give him food, try to coax him out of hiding. Finally, he comes back out after like 3 or 4 hours. Starts walking around the area, stays like somewhat close to Srennen, but not like comes up to her. But anyway, she could lead him into the house, and we like rush to close the door. So like, as soon as the doors are closed, he's like, oh, I'm home now, it's fine. Like, everything is fine. So that's good, at least. So, cat back home, happy ending, all is good, right? Well, not quite. So remember that bite in Srennen's finger? Well, it's a pretty serious bite, and it's from a cat, which means there's a risk, and it started swelling. So at this point, it's like 5 AM in the morning, and we just like, please let us sleep. but she calls for the medical hotline for medical advice, and they're like, go see a doctor right now. So off we go to the ER, and it turns out like her finger's infected, and she ends up getting some antibiotics and some pretty dang powerful painkillers for that. So we go back home. Now it's like 9 AM or something. We're like both like destroyed, so we just go to bed. But it's the last day before we're about to leave, basically, and we have a bunch of stuff left to do, but now she's in a ton of pain, and also she can't use her left hand at all. Which means that of all the things we had left on our list to do, I have to do almost all of them. So all of that was pretty rough and basically ate up all of my time for editing videos and also, like, you know, sleep. So yeah, channel update just didn't happen, and then, like, once we got on the ferry here, I was like, I'm sleeping. I'm not doing anything, I'm just sleeping. And so now we're here. And you know what? I love you guys. This channel is an incredibly passionate project for me, and I'm put an enormous amount of effort into it, but, you know, I don't regret for a moment prioritizing my family and my cats and stuff. So, here we are. I'm away from home, and I'm just not gonna take time away from enjoying this once per year event to just edit my regular videos. So there's gonna be a gap. And videos gonna return once I get back home next week. So what else? I do want to finish the data pack tutorial video for Minecraft 1.13. I'll get on that once I'm back home as well. I've hinted at another tutorial series for learning to write commands in the new version as well. The beginner commands tutorials on my channel are getting very out of date at this point. So that's gonna happen, but I can't tell you exactly when. I have a very complicated plan in mind for that, so we'll see. In addition to that, I'm itching for another Minecraft survival challenge. I have one in mind that I would really like to do, and I'm really itching to play some Minecraft again, and I think you'd enjoy that one a lot, but it would take a ton of time to put together, so we'll see. I really want to find some way to make that work, but it might have to wait. And then also the third charity livestream is also happening, but only once I'm properly set up in a new studio in my new house, so don't expect that before sometime in October. So anyway, there's the story of my life right now. Antibiotics looks like they're starting to work by now, so hopefully Strennan will be back to being able to use her hands again and not being in pain all the time. And in the meantime, we're just gonna enjoy the event over here. And that's about it. Anyway, as usual, thank you for all of your support. This is slicedlime signing off from the medieval ages.